everyone and welcome to Vlogmas day 24. Don't panic, this isn't the last day of Vlogmas. Because I record a day in advance, that means you get a bonus episode which we will record on Christmas Eve and it will go up on Christmas Day. But that will be the end. So there are a few things that we need to do on today's vlog. A couple of little bits of information, a couple of little bits I want to chat about. And then tomorrow's vlog will be all Christmas Eve and preparing for Christmas. So the first thing we need to do is my Christmas Eve cast on. Earlier in the month, as I'm sure all of you will know, I got you all to vote on my Christmas Eve cast on. There were 6 colourways to vote from and I thought I would share the results and which one is going to be my Christmas Eve cast on. So, in reverse order, so the two with the least numbers of votes had the same number of votes, and that was the Nora George Snowman colourway and the Henny Penny Makes Christmas Morning colourway. These both got 3 votes each. They are beautiful and they are lovely, but not for this year. And then in 4th position, I guess, was the Christmas Eve Magic from Green Lambkin Yarns, which I really like. Sparkly purple, but it wasn't the one that was picked this year. Then in 3rd place with 7 votes, I'm trying to work out which one it is. 1, 2, 3 is number 4, which was the other Green Lambkin yarn. This was the All Is Calm, the more pastel-y sparkle one. So that one is not our Christmas Eve cast on this year. Then in 2nd place with 10 votes was the Fibre Fox Winter Solstice colourway, which is beautiful. They're all beautiful, but not to be this year. But the winner by an absolute landslide with 36 votes. So it had 26 more votes than the 2nd position colourway. Was the Knit Me Sane Pine Needles and Tinsel colourway. If I can get my camera to focus on it nicely. Come on, camera. Focus where I want you to. There we go. So the gorgeous sparkly greens and purples. So this one is this year's Christmas Eve cast on, and hopefully I shall get this caked up today, all ready to try and cast on tomorrow. I say try because I finished my dad's hat last night, but my wrist started playing up while I was finishing it off, and I've got a bit of, I think it's probably just a little bit of RSI, something like that, in my wrist, and it's quite sore and uncomfortable today. So I'm trying to rest it, which obviously I still need to get my mum's hat done. So I'm hoping if I can rest it this morning as much as possible, then hopefully by this evening I might be able to pick up some knitting and see how we go. But it's really, really frustrating because there's so much I want to knit on. But I will get this cast on, I will get this caked up at least, and hopefully it will be ready to cast on tomorrow. So we will see. We will see whether my wrist will allow me any more knitting for this Christmas season, but fingers crossed. So that's that. The other thing I want to do is open some advent calendars because I'm actually behind again on opening advent calendars. So we will do, I think it's 3 days I'm behind by. Let's see, yes, there's 4 left in this bag. So we need to open 3 of each. So 3 little scrappy ones. Then we've got 3 Lonely Knitter Star Wars advents. We've got day 21, day 22 and day 23 to open. And then we've got 3 Henny Penny Makes ones to open. Days 21, day 22 and of course day 23. So there we go, that is us all caught up with advent calendars. So I've got 3 day 24 packages left, and I've also got a day 25 100 gram skein for the Henny Penny Makes one. I've got a day 25 100 gram skein for the Lonely Knitter one. And then I've got as well for tomorrow my 4th Corner of Craft craft yarn as well. As I said, I did get the third one caked up. I've even got needles in there. I just haven't worked out a pattern or cast that one on yet. So maybe there'll be Twixmas jobs, possibly between Christmas and New Year when we've got a bit of downtime. That might be when those actually end up getting cast on. But yeah, that's it. Advent is nearly done. We're nearly finished. Yeah, I've really enjoyed my Advents this year. It's always fun having something to open each day, isn't it? Even if I ended up a little bit behind at the end there. Right, I need to go and get on with a bit of tidying and sorting because my parents are arriving this afternoon. So we're sleeping in here. We've got the sofa bed that you may have seen at some point. Well, the sofa or whatever it is that's at the end of my thing pulls out into a sofa bed. So we're sleeping in here. My parents are having our bedroom because they've got an ensuite, so they've got a bit more privacy and they're a bit more comfortable up there. So we need to sort out bed swaps and all of that kind of stuff and get a little bit tidied up. And there's a little bit of prep I think we need to do food-wise as well. Something to do with, I think Tom wants to do the chestnuts and I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff that needs to happen, isn't there? So I will be back a little bit later on to chat about a few more things. My parents are due absolutely any second, so I'm just quickly going to sit down and mention a couple of things that I really wanted to mention today. First of all is how our charity donation with the ad revenue for the YouTube channel is going. We are sitting at just below £80 at the moment, but that doesn't include the last 2 days because it doesn't give you the most recent 2 days in the total. It's still working that out basically. So I am pretty confident that by the end of December we will hit the £100, which is our goal. So that's amazing. So that is going to Transition in Dundee, who, as I mentioned earlier in the month, do a lot of amazing things to kind of support reducing waste within the local area and providing food and things to people that need it. In fact, tomorrow night, Christmas Eve, they will be going around all of the supermarkets, collecting all the leftover food that the supermarkets won't be able to sell after Christmas. Anything that's likely to go to waste, it will go to their location on Christmas Eve, and they are opening up Christmas Eve for anyone who needs to or wants to come and get free food from them. And they are expecting to have loads because obviously the supermarkets are closed on Christmas Day, so there's a lot that they'll need to get rid of. So yeah, that's amazing. It's a great way to kind of support the local community, but also to reduce all that food waste that otherwise would just end up in landfill getting completely wasted. So thank you so much for your help this month in raising some money for them. I will be doing the donation in January once I've got the final amount from the ad revenue. Keep watching. That's what I'm going to say. Keep watching the videos. Recommend the videos to anyone else, and hopefully by the end of December we will have our £100, and that would be amazing. So thank you very much. The other thing I wanted to mention quickly is my Patreon account. I have a Patreon for my YouTube channel, which gives you extra content. So normally on my YouTube channel, you'll get one or two podcasts a month where I sit and chat about my knitting. I'll do occasional workday vlogs as well, depending on how I am time-wise and things like that. And obviously the Vlogmas series is always free on my YouTube channel. But I do have a Patreon account, and I'm changing things up a little bit with how that works come January. But if you want to join, you can join from the beginning of January. It's currently paused at the moment, but you can join from the beginning of January, and that will give you access to extra content. There will be 3 extra Patreon vlogs a month. They'll vary a range of content. I mean, it's kind of like the way that my Vlogmas episodes have varied a lot as well. There'll be a whole range of different things potentially. I am also going to be running Again, I haven't quite worked this out. I'm going to finalise this. I'm going to finalise this by the beginning of January. I'm hoping to run a Discord knit and natter kind of chat. So we can have a video chat and we can knit and natter and stuff like that once a month, potentially. Maybe once a quarter. I need to look into that. But possibly once a month, we will have that. And I'll vary the time so that if you're international, hopefully at least once a quarter, you'll be able to join in with that. What else have I put on there? I can't remember. The book club will be continuing on, but battery ran out. I've put a new one in. It's okay. I am changing the price structure slightly for January, so it is nice and easy. £4 a month will get you full access to all of the extra content that is available. I'm sure there's things that I'm forgetting that I was going to do and that I've suggested, but if you go and have a look at my Patreon at the beginning of January, you'll see everything, because there'll be a detailed list there of the things that I'm forgetting. Anyway, I hate doing that kind of stuff. I hate promoting myself and asking people to give me money because it makes me really uncomfortable. But if you are interested in extra content, then it is there. If you don't want it, that's fine. The podcast will still be available for free on my YouTube channel. I'll still do workday vlogs occasionally, and obviously next year Vlogmas will be available for everyone as well. So yeah. But thank you to anyone that does decide to join, and thank you to anyone who's just watched my YouTube generally, because your support means everything anyway, and I thoroughly enjoy doing this, and it's nice to know that people actually want to watch what I do. Right, I am going to run because my parents are going to be here absolutely any second. I got completely sick of the Christmas cards getting knocked off by the cats, so I have improvised with a bit of blue tack, and I really like it. I'm really pleased, actually. I get to see all the Christmas cards that we've received, but that's not a Christmas card. That's not a Christmas card, no, that's your artwork. I get to see all the Christmas cards we've received, but they're not getting knocked all over the floor constantly. I know I've not shared these very much during Advent, which is a shame because I usually share them a lot more, but the Advent, paper Advents, card Advents, whatever you want to call them, are coming along really well. All the people are looking like they're excited and ready for Christmas around their Christmas tree. The Christmas feast is nearly there. They've got their beds, the cat is cosy there. We've added a reindeer to the roof, and there is one slot waiting for Christmas Eve. And this one as well. This one has been an absolute nightmare with the cats. It has had to be reassembled multiple times a day. But again, we're nearly there. All the winter animals are there. Oh, come on, camera. There we go. All the winter animals are there. The owl on the top of the tree. The little rabbits. And there's the mummy fox waiting for her final baby tomorrow. The next door leads you to a very steep, long staircase, at the end of which is a wooden hatch. You pry it open and climb out onto a roof terrace. You close the hatch and have a look around.
It means the middle one here.
Yes, that's the next one. That's the next
No,
one.
middle left, right. No. The outdoor glass.
No. And spiders.
My parents have arrived. Christmas has finally begun in our household for definite. And we're all excited for Christmas Day and Christmas Eve and all the merriment. The fizz has started, definitely. One thing, of course, as always, that's left to do on today's vlog is...
Joke of the day! What did Cinderella say when her photos didn't arrive?
I don't know. What did Cinderella say when her photos didn't arrive?
One day my prince will come.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Right, on that note, we will leave you and we will see you tomorrow for Christmas Eve and the final day of Vlogmas. Cheers!
Cheers.